Motivation is gone. Good. Not good in the fake motivational poster sense. Not the kind of good that tries to spin disappointment into a slogan. I mean actually good, structurally good, useful. Because most people never start where real progress begins. They start at the emotional starting line, the hype, the surge, the cinematic moment where everything clicks, and they feel ready. And that's exactly why they stop. You've been trained to believe that motivation is the ignition key, that you wait for the internal signal, the emotional green light, and then you move, feel first, act second. But motivation is not the ignition. Motivation is the exhaust. It's what shows up after the engine has already been turning. Right now, if you feel flat, heavy, uninterested, resistant, you are not broken. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. You are simply standing at the real starting line instead of the imaginary one. The imaginary starting line says, I begin when I feel like it. The real starting line says, I begin when it's time. There is a massive difference between those two sentences. One is emotional permission. The other is behavioral commitment. Most people never learn the second language. They keep trying to negotiate with their feelings, trying to convince themselves into motion, trying to manufacture a mood strong enough to carry them into action. But action does not require a mood. Action requires a decision and a movement. You don't need to feel driven to begin. You need to begin to feel driven. That reversal changes everything, because now the absence of motivation is not a stop sign. It's the correct entry point. Think about how professionals actually work, not performers, not influencers. Professionals, the people who produce output consistently for years. They do not wake up inspired every morning. They do not wait for internal fireworks. They do not perform emotional checks before beginning. They remove the vote from their feelings. They treat action like brushing teeth, not like writing a movie scene. And that sounds less glamorous, but it is far more powerful, because glamour is fragile. Systems are durable. Right now, your mind is probably saying something like, but if I start without motivation, the work will be bad. Maybe, sometimes, that's acceptable. Bad reps build capacity. Skipped reps build nothing. Another voice might say, I'll just wait until I feel more ready. But readiness is not something you discover. It's something you construct through motion. You don't feel ready and then act. You act and then discover you're capable. Motivation culture has the sequence backwards, and it has quietly trained people to stall. There is also something else happening when motivation disappears, something useful. When motivation is present, you are emotionally paid in advance. It feels good to start. It feels charged. It feels heroic. You are being rewarded before you produce. When motivation is absent, the emotional advance payment is gone. Now the only reward comes after behavior, which means your system is finally aligned with reality. Work first, signal second. This is not punishment. This is calibration. It means if you move now, without the feeling, you are building the exact skill that creates long-term reliability, self-directed action. Not mood-directed action, self-directed action. There will be days, many of them, where the internal weather is bad. Low energy, low interest, low emotional voltage. Those days are not interruptions of the process. Those days are the process. Anyone can move when they feel powerful. That proves nothing. The question is whether you can move when you feel ordinary. Because most of life is ordinary. Consistency is not built on peak states. It's built on neutral ones. And neutral is enough. You don't need intensity to take the next step. You don't need certainty to send the next message. You don't need excitement to do the next repetition. You need willingness to be mechanical. Mechanical is underrated. Mechanical is stable. Mechanical shows up. There is a quiet strength in doing the next small, correct action without drama. No speech, no soundtrack, no identity performance, just behavior. Open the document. Write one paragraph. Stand up. Do 5 repetitions. Read 1 page. Send 1 reply. Set 1 timer. Small actions are not symbolic. They are structural. They change state. Motion creates feedback. Feedback creates adjustment. Adjustment creates progress. Waiting creates nothing. You may also notice something uncomfortable. When motivation is gone, excuses get louder, not more logical, louder. The mind starts negotiating, redefining the task, suggesting delay, suggesting optimization instead of execution. This is not insight. It is avoidance wearing intelligence clothing. When the feeling disappears, truth appears. Do you act because you feel like it, or because you decided to? That is the fork. And if you act now, without the emotional push, you cross into a different category of operator. You become someone who can be trusted by their own future. That trust matters, because confidence is not built from winning. Confidence is built from self-agreement kept. You said you would act, and you did, even without the feeling. That is a vote, cast in behavior. You don't need 10 hours of perfect effort. You need one honest start, not cinematic, not intense, honest. Motivation will come back, but when it does, it should find you already in motion, already working, already mid-step. That's how professionals experience motivation, as reinforcement, not permission. So if today feels flat, good. If the spark is missing, good. If you don't feel ready, good. You are not late. You are exactly where real work begins. Do the next visible action, not the biggest, not the hardest. The next. Begin without the feeling, and let the feeling catch up. That is the real starting line.